Good morning, friends. Yesterday we have discussed how to plot the heat balance sheet, how to measure the air and fuel. Today we are going to discuss about the engine characteristics curve. SI engine characteristics curve. In this curve, you can see the engine performance characteristics are graphically representation of the engine performance. Laboratory tests are performed to determine indicator power, brake power, mechanical efficiency, thermal efficiency, and specific fuel consumption. The performance characteristics of SI and CI engines we are going to be plot. The performance characteristic curve are variable speed of SI engine you can see in this graph. Power is on y-axis in terms of kilowatt and speed on x-axis. At full load, the throttle is kept wide open and the speed is varied by adjusting the brake load. The indicated power, brake power and fuel consumption are measured as discussed earlier. Similar tests can be carried out at half load by changing the brake load to half of full load at the same speed. It can be observed that the indicated power increases with indicated mean effective pressure or the speed, or both of them increases. The indicated power increases first with the increase in speed if the inlet condition are kept constant. However, after a certain limit, the rate of increase in indicated power is reduced with increase in speed because of drop in pressure at intake and reduction in volumetric efficiency. As we have discussed, lab tests are carried out to determine the engine performance, and during this test throttle is kept full open and speed varied by adjusting the brake load. Indicated power, brake power, friction power, brake specific fuel consumption, mechanical and volumetric efficiency, etc. are worked out. Same test can be repeated at half load. So horsepower we can calculate 2 pi nt divided by 60,000 kilowatt. As we have discussed, indicated power increases when indicated mean effective pressure or speed both increases. Indicated power initially increases faster with speed if inlet conditions are kept constant. However, after certain limit, the rate of increase of indicated power reduced with speed due to reduction in volumetric efficiency. As charge air or charge velocity increase results in inlet pressure drop. Mechanical losses increases with increase in speed due to increase in indicated power is offset by steep increase in friction power. Mechanical losses increases with increase in speed due to which the increase in indicated power is offset by increasing losses. Therefore, mechanical efficiency reduces with increase in speed. The effect on the brake specific fuel consumption with variation in speed is also represented in this diagram or in this graph. At low speed, the increase in speed, the brake specific fuel consumption reduces since the volumetric efficiency and mechanical efficiency are high. After certain speed, the brake specific fuel consumption increases because of reduction in volumetric efficiency and increased mechanical losses. Point X represents the economical speed for minimum fuel consumption for the engine. The variation of volumetric efficiency with speed, the volumetric efficiency reduces with the increase in speed because of drop in pressure at suction caused by increase in velocity of charge to the induction. The suction valve will open when pressure inside the cylinder is slightly below the surrounding pressure. Thus, effective suction stroke is reduced. It reduces the volume of mixture inducted, lowering the volumetric efficiency. This can be clearly indicated on this graph. This is the graph showing speed on x-axis, power and BSFC on y-axis. So here with blue curve we have plotted the brake power and with green BSFC. The performance curve for CI engine at various speed. The variation of brake specific fuel consumption versus brake power for SI and CI engine when run at constant speed. The test is carried out by keeping speed constant by varying throttle from no load to maximum load in case of SI engine, or by varying the fuel supply in case of CI engine. So you can see over here in the graph of brake power is initially increases with the speed, and BSFC curve initially decreases and then rises. It could be seen that in case of SI engine, the BSFC first decreases with increase in load, while the working at part load up to certain minimum value, and then it starts increasing rapidly with further increase in loads. Beyond full load, the curve starts forming loop backward beyond point X, which we can see the arrow of SI engine showing in the direction gives you the X point, that the output decreases but the fuel consumption increases. It is due to fact that the mixture supplied to the engine is too rich and lots of the mixture goes as unburnt to the exhaust. Such a condition of the engine is called choking. In case of CI engine, the BSFC versus brake power curve is more uniform and specific fuel consumption is lower than SI engine. It shows that the thermal efficiency of CI engine is higher than the SI engine. The engine and specific fuel consumption in case of CI engine is not much affected with variation of load on the engine. This can be shown by this graph. The performance curve between the brake or overall thermal efficiency and the mixture strength. It shows that with slightly weak mixture, the thermal efficiency is maximum since the fuel supplied will be utilized to maximum extent, while the efficiency is low with very lean mixture because of lower maximum temperature attained after the combustion, and also the efficiency is low with rich mixture due to incomplete combustion of fuel. Now we are going to discuss one problem. Obtain cylinder dimension of two-cylinder two-stroke IC engine from the following data. Engine speed 4000 rpm, volumetric efficiency 77%, mechanical efficiency 75%, fuel consumption 10 liter per hour, specific gravity of fuel 0.73, air fuel ratio 18, piston speed 600 meter per minute, IMEP 5 bar. Also determine power output at standard pressure and condition. They have given the atmospheric pressure, atmospheric temperature and value of R. In this problem, we have to calculate the diameter and length initially. We know that piston speed is equal to 2ln. Since speed and n are given, L we have to find. Now to find D, we have the formula Vs is equal to pi by 4 d square into L for one stroke per cylinder. Total volume flow rate is equal to Vs into number of cylinder into number of power stroke per minute. Power stroke n is equal to n for 2 stroke, and for 4 stroke n is equal to n by 2, as we have discussed in the lecture session. We know that volumetric efficiency is the actual volume inhaled upon the swept volume. So first we have to find out the swept volume. So we know the actual volume inhaled and volumetric efficiency. For actual volume, we are using the general relation we have, that is actual volume is equal to MRT or rho into V. For mass, we have the air fuel ratio mentioned. So from that we can calculate mass of air, that is MA upon MF is equal to air fuel ratio. So mass of fuel consumed they have mentioned 10 liter per hour. So we are going to convert this in meter cube per hour. So we are going to convert it into the volume and specific gravity of fuel into density of water. So after solving this, we got the mass of fuel consumed in terms of kg per hour, which is 7.3 kg per hour. Now we have calculated the mass of fuel consumed. Now we are going to calculate mass of air. As air fuel ratio we knows, so after substituting the values, we got mass of air is 131.4 kg per hour. once you know the mass of air, we have the relation rho AVA is equal to MA into RTA. In this formula, we have calculated the mass of air. They have given the value of R. They have given the atmospheric temperature. Also, we know the density they have given, and pressure is also mentioned. So after substituting the values, we got the volume 110.9 meter cube per hour. Now here we have calculated the actual volume inhaled, and in this problem they have mentioned the volumetric efficiency, which is 0.77. Now you are going to calculate the swept volume. So we have the formula volumetric efficiency is equal to actual volume inhaled upon the swept volume. After substituting the values, you got the swept volume is equal to 144 meter cube per hour, means 144 meter cube per hour. Once you calculate the swept volume, you have the relation, that is swept volume is equal to pi by 4 d square into L into N into 2 cylinder. They have mentioned the 2 cylinder engine. Now you are going to substitute the values. You are going to substitute the swept volume in meter cube per minute. So it is divided by 60. So pi by 4 d square into 600 upon 2n into n into 2. So you got over here d square is equal to 5.094 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter square. So d is equal to 0.0714 meter. You are going to convert it into mm. So d is equal to 71.4 mm. Now you have the relation between the diameter and length. So L, you are going to substitute these values. L is equal to 600 upon 2 into n, which is equal to 0.075 meter. So L is equal to 75 mm. Here you got the both the values, diameter and the length. Now in this problem, remaining part is to determine the power output at standard pressure temperature condition. So whenever you are going to calculate the power output, you have the relation, that is indicated power is equal to PMLAN divided by 60,000. So this part is for the homework purpose. So in this formula you can substitute the value of mean effective pressure, that is 5 bar they have mentioned. You have calculated the stroke length value, you have calculated the diameter, and you know that how you are going to substitute the value of n. Now here the stroke they have mentioned, that is 2-stroke engine they have mentioned. So you are going to substitute n is equal to n, and after substituting all these values, you are going to calculate the power output. Thank you for listening the lecture carefully.